Welcome, Marlene. Congratulations on being a top 25 leading women brand builder for 2017.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Linda. It's a pleasure to be here and a great surprise and an honor to be among this wonderful group of women, very accomplished group.
Well, it's well-deserved. Your history on advocating for women and showcasing them is a long and strong one. And I'd like for you to tell us a little bit about all the different things that you've done to support women over the years.
Well, back in 2004, I launched Because We Are Women. I had started a company in 1987 called First Impression Communications because everybody needs to understand the power of a first impression. And it's in everything that you do, in your personal life, in your professional life. And in 2004, I had attended an Oprah Winfrey event. And I decided I wanted to be on that stage. And I wanted to be sharing the message that you are the single most important person in your life. And every accomplishment and fulfillment that you have is about who you are, not necessarily about what you do, because it's who you are that drives you. And so I launched Because We Are Women, not because we're victims, just because we are women, and we are a little bit different than men, and we think different and we act differently. And it was time to bring women into this place to say, you need to think about your own importance in your own life. So it's been fun over the years. I've done big events, small breakfast, intimate breakfast. I've hopefully helped a lot of women think in ways in which they are unaccustomed and get to look at themselves and understand how powerful they really are. And it's been a wonderful journey.
I would imagine that you've heard some incredible stories and helped to create some incredible stories, or at least frame them in the way that helps these women build their brands. I know one time we spoke about how important introducing yourself is.
Yes.
And I've been introducing myself for a long, long time and never really thought about it the way that you instructed me to. So tell us some tips on this. And I remember kind of the way that you framed it was extremely helpful.
Well, you talk about brand building, and people forget that they are a brand, and they are part of the brand. And although marketing today has expanded, the technology has allowed us to reach people faster, broader, more targeted markets. One-on-one is still very important. And how many events do you attend? How many times does somebody say, tell me what you do, or stand up in this room and introduce yourself? And how do you do that? You need to think about exactly what it is that you want to have happen. Having vision, I'm all about vision. You have to have vision in your life. You have to have it in your life, in your business, about your brand, about yourself. So you are in this situation. What's the vision? What do you want to see happen here? Who are the people in this room? What do they really need to know? What light bulb do you want to turn on in their head? Because it's not necessarily that everybody in the room is going to be your client, but there's 6 degrees of separation. So therefore, you want to say something compelling and profound from the very beginning. And it's not hello, my name is.
No, that's it. You always said, don't start with hello, my name is.
No, your name is not important. That's not the first impression that you want to make. It's not your name. Unless your name is something that somebody knows and recognizes immediately. You want to address the need that they have, the burning issue that you're solving. What are you solving?
So I want you to introduce yourself, and then if you're comfortable, I want you to introduce me.
Oh,
because you know enough about me. You can give me one sentence.
Let's see. To introduce myself, I would say, are you fulfilled in your life? Do you feel that you are on the path to success? Are you living an authentic life or somebody else's expectations? If you truly want to find out who you are and be the best at everything you can be, it's time we had a chat. I'm Marlene Waldock. My company's First Impression Communications. My passion is Because We Are Women. I look forward to talking to you soon.
Right here, Marlene. I don't think I've ever heard a better intro than that. Are you kidding me? I'm signing up. I don't know. Give me something. I'm in. Okay?
So to introduce you, you could say, women have a difficult time bragging about themselves, extolling their virtues, and actually putting themselves out there so people really know who they are. At Leading Women Entrepreneurs, we provide you the platforms to do that. The opportunities, the events, and all of our wonderful award events. So I'm Linda Waldock. I am Leading Women Entrepreneurs, and I want to help you showcase you.
We got to get that on and practice that, okay? I'm clipping that, and I'll be practicing it in the mirror.
And it also depends. I mean, it depends on the audience. It's who's in that audience.
Right.
What do you want them to know, and what do you want them to know at the time? It's not any different than any ad that you would put anywhere, any newsletter, any social media piece of content.
Right.
It all depends on what's your purpose, who's the audience, where do they live, how are you going to reach them, and what's the first thing you really want them to know.
I love it. Okay.
How are you going to grab their attention?
I'm taking notes mentally here. Okay, so we have a theme for your event. It's called Being the Change. How do you envision yourself being the change?
How do I envision being the change? Well, right now I am being my own change. I am getting back into writing books. You know, my vision for myself is to be on a worldwide stage, empowering women particularly to get back into their own power. And again, to be and understand you're the most important person in your life, barring no one. And if you aren't good for you, you aren't good for anybody else. And it doesn't matter how you look at it. So for me, I am getting back to writing the books that will give me the opportunity to further be on the stage, to deliver that message, so that you will then be there and in your own life, following your own dream and dragging a lot of people with you.
Such an important mission. There's a lot of magnificent people out there that don't even know it. They need women like you to help them.
No, that's true. Whenever I ask people, how many of you think you're the most important person in your life? Very few people ever raise their hand.
Right.
And it's a shame because you are. You have to be good for you before you're good for anybody else.
Absolutely. Well, you've been good for leading women, and I'm thrilled to have you a part of this
It's
class.
such a pleasure to be here. It's such a pleasure to be here with you.
Yeah, and vice versa. So congratulations,
Thank
and we
you.
can't wait to celebrate you on September 22nd.
I look forward to being there.
Fiddler's Elbow.
Thank you.
All right. Congrats, Marlene.